Welcome back, everybody. Still focused on this one severe thunderstorm warning right here in Ptarmigan County. You see there's quite a few of us that are going to be affected by this. You can see those storms are starting to make their way into South North Junction here and making their way into San Angelo proper. As you can tell, looking like we're going to get to Lakeview around 9:47. We're really looking at our general time period to be between about now through 10:15 as to what's going to be affecting the San Angelo area. You see lots of these yellows and oranges. That white here is representative of a hail core. We are seeing hail up to 0.88 inches. Wind gusts at Goodfellow are being recorded up to 74, 75 miles per hour, and it's going to continue to do so as we continue through. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and give you a wider view of what we're looking at really with this little cell here as we continue on. It was a split off from the storms that we saw hitting Junction and, hitting Sutton and Schleicher counties, but it's moved on north and taking on a very northward track. Again, this warning goes until about 10:15, gonna move through most of our area. There are already, again, very gusty winds, and because of that, a lot of dust blowing around as well. But eventually, that's just gonna turn into dust and rain. It starts to soak some of that in. I stepped outside a little while ago. The winds are blowing throughout the entire area. Make sure you're getting inside if you can. That's the kind of stuff that'll get in your eyes, mess with your vision. And then, of course, you're getting a whole bunch of rain dumped on top of you. So really just not an ideal situation if you find yourself outside. Again, over these next 30 minutes or so, make sure you're indoors, getting away from that lightning, those winds, and that hail as well. So, of course, here is that look at the day one outlook. It's not as severe as it was earlier today, but again, we are seeing those winds up to 75 miles per hour. We have had hail up to a full inch, and we'd be getting a lot of lightning with these storms, with most of our area here in this slight risk of storms. No tornadoes with this one, though, that I can tell you with some confidence. Here's that hail outlook again. We're currently seeing hail up to about an inch. We again are going to be continuing to see those winds up to about 75 miles per hour is the highs that we've seen so far, just recorded at Goodfellow Air Force Base. And again, our tornado chances are extremely low. I always want to remind you guys of that, just to relieve you of just a little bit of worry as we continue into the rest of the night. Now, this is starting to look more and more correct as we continue on. We've got this cell here that's affecting San Angelo. We've got this cell northwest of Snyder. And as we continue on, everything is going to shift its way east throughout the night. Even after we finish the show, things are going to start to dissipate once they get into the northeastern big country. Coleman, Ballinger, maybe you guys seeing some more of those heavier rains. But as we get into the later night, our general severity period is going to end around midnight. And afterwards, we'll just have some leftover rains that are going to be shifting out of the area, generally, again, towards the northeast, like a lot of these storms have been doing. But we're going to be done with this by the time you're waking up on Wednesday morning, aside from some leftover cloud cover. Most of these scatters that you see probably won't even be noticed on the radar. So we are going to have those cloudier, heavier skies when you're waking up on Wednesday, but those are going to clear out as we get into the afternoon. And it's going to be another hot day in the 90s. We're going to have a slew of hot day in the 90s, even getting into the beginning of next week. We're going to see some very high humidity as well, like we've been seeing these past couple of days. There's this extra stickiness in the air because high pressure has been bringing in a lot of that warmer air coming in from the Gulf with that clockwise rotation. And again, because of that, we're going to continue to see these very gusty winds up to 30 miles per hour through Thursday and calming down as we continue into the weekend. So wrapping up with that 7-day forecast, we've just got to get through tonight with the severe weather. We'll be done with it by the time we wake up on Wednesday, and then you just have to prepare for some more very hot temperatures.